Sign. Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girima Srimad Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavindra ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivas Adi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Sri Radha Krishna Go Gopinath Sam Kund Radha Kund Giridham ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Navadvip Dham ki jai, Swami Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai, Jamuna Mai ki jai, Tulasi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Swami Bhaktivinoda ki jai. All glories to the assembled Lord. All glories to the assembled Lord. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, everyone. You are welcome for today's lecture. His Holiness Bhakti Charodishna Swami, who was supposed to speak today, Srila Prabhupada sent him to Kinshasa, Congo. So on his way today to Kinshasa. So Srila Prabhupada will speak on his behalf for sending him there. So we are going to play Prabhupada today. Thank you. Take notes. After the end of the class, we'll take questions and answers.
Ajasya of the unborn, Akaratu of the inactive, Atmana of the vital energy, Tiryak animal, Nri human being, Rishishu in the sages, Yadaksu in the water, Tat that, Atyanta veritable, Vidambanam bewildering. Translation. Of course it is bewildering, O soul of the universe, that you work, though you are inactive, that you take birth, though you are the vital force and the unborn. You yourself descend amongst animals, men, sages, and aquatics. Verily, this is bewildering.
So, Krishna is addressed here as Vishyatman, the vital force of the universe. Just like in my body, in your body, that there is a vital force. The vital force is the Atma, the living being, living entity or soul. So because the vital force, the soul is there, the whole body is working. So, similarly, there is the supreme vital force. Supreme vital force is Krishna, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, where is the question of his taking birth, appearance or disappearance? In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Janma karmam chame dibbam. Dibbam means it is spiritual. Ajopi san abhyatma. Ajo means unborn. Abhyatma, without any distraction. So Krishna is existing as in the beginning of this stotra, Kunti addressed Krishna that you are within, you are without. It's still invisible. Krishna is within, without. That we have explained. Ishara sarvabhutanam riddesha arjuna tisthati. Sarvasya chaham riddhisannivishya. Krishna is situated in everyone's heart, therefore he is within everything. Andantarastham, paramanuchayantarastham, he is within the atom even. and without also. Vishwarup, as Krishna showed, the Vishwarup, external feature, this gigantic cosmic manifestation, that is Krishna's external body, these are described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The hills, the mountains, they are described as the bones. Just like we have got in our body some part raised by the bones. Similarly, these big mountains and hills, they have been described as the bones. And these big oceans, they have been described as different holes in the body, down and up. Similarly, the Brahmaloka is the skull, upper skull. So, one who cannot see God, they have been advised to see God in so many ways. These are the instructions in the Vedic literature. Because you can simply conceive of God, the great. The greatness, you also do not know how great He is. So, in your conception of greatness, just like the very high mountains, the sky, the big planet, so the description is there. You can think of. That is also Krishna consciousness. If you think that this mountain is the bone of Krishna, that is also Krishna. Actually, that is so. If you think that this big Pacific Ocean is the level of Krishna, these big trees, plants, they are hairs in the body of Krishna. And then the head, the skull of Krishna is the Brahmaloka. The soul is the Patal Loka. Similarly, this is Mahato Mahiyan. When you think of Krishna as the greater than the greatest, you can think like this. And if you think that Krishna is both, smaller than the smallest, that is also greatness. That is also greatness. Krishna can manufacture this gigantic cosmic manifestation, and he can manufacture also a small insect smaller than the point. You have seen sometimes in the book, you'll find one insect is running, the shape is smaller than the full stop. This is Krishna's craftsmanship. Anorani yanga mahato mahiya. He can create bigger than the biggest and the smaller than the smallest. Now human being, according to their conception, they have manufactured the 747 airplane, supposed to be very big. All right, according to your consciousness, you have produced something big, but can you produce a small aeroplane like insect flying? That is not possible. Therefore, greatness means that who can become greater than the greatest and smaller than the smallest. That is greatness. If you can act one-sided, that is also not perfectly. Supposing you can manufacture still more, bigger. I don't think at the modern age they have manufactured the biggest. We get information from Bhagavatam, Kardam Muni, the father of Kapil, he manufactured a plan, a big city with lakes, with gardens, with big houses, street, and the whole city was flying all over the universe. And Kardamani showed to his wife all the planets. All the planets. He was a big yogi, and his wife, Devavati, was Vaivasvata Manu's daughter, very big king's daughter. So Kardamani wanted to marry, desired. So immediately Vaivasvata Manu, his daughter Devavati, she also said, "My dear father, I want to marry that sage." So she brought the daughter, said, "Here is my daughter, you accept her as your wife." So she was king's daughter, very opulent, but coming to her husband, she had to serve so much that she became lean and thin, not sufficient food and working day and night. So Kardamani became little compassionate that this woman has come to me, she is king's daughter, and in my protection she is not getting any comfort. So I shall give her some comfort. She asked wife, how will be comfortable? So woman's nature is a good house, good food, good dress, and good children, and good husband. This is woman's ambition. So he proved himself that the best husband she has got. So she first of all gave her all opulences, big house, maid servants, opulence, and then this aeroplane was manufactured by him, yogic process. Kardamani, he was a human being. If he could perform such wonderful thing by yogic process, and Krishna is the Yogeshwara, the master of the all yogic mystic power, Krishna. Krishna is addressed in the Bhagavad Gita as Yogeshwara. Little mystic power, when we get, we become so big, important man. And now he is the master of all yogic mystic power. Jatha Yogeshwara Hari. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said that wherever Yogeshwara Hari, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the master of all mystic power, is there, and where there is Dhanudhara Arjuna, Partha, so everything is there. Everything is there. So we should remember this, that if you can keep yourself always in company with Krishna, then all perfection is there. Yatha Yogeshwara Hari. All perfection is there. And Krishna has agreed, especially in this age, Nama Rupe Koli Kale Krishna Avata. Krishna has incarnated in this age as the holy name. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that, my dear Lord, you are so kind that you are giving me your association in the form of your holy name. Nam Namakari Bahula Nija Sattva Shakti Tatrarpita Niyamita Smaranena Kala. And this holy name can be chanted in any situation. There is no hard and fast rule. You can chant Hare Krishna anywhere. Just like these children, they also chant, they also dance. It is not at all difficult. While walking, just like our students, they take the beads, they're walking on the sea beach, still chanting. Where is the loss? But the gain is so great that we are associating with Krishna personally. The gain is so much. If you feel very much proud, if you are associating personally with President Nixon, how much proud you feel with President Nixon? So, will you not feel very much proud if you are associating the Supreme Nixon? Who can create millions of Nixon? So this is our opportunity. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Etadrisi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi. My dear Lord, you are so kind upon me that you are giving your association always, constantly. You are prepared, you are giving Duddhaiva idrishama, miha janina anuraga. But I am so unfortunate, I am not taking advantage of it. Duddhaiva, misfortune. Our this Krishna consciousness movement is simply requesting people chant Hare Krishna. There was a caricature picture in some paper, perhaps you remember, from Montreal or here, I don't remember. One old lady and her husband sitting face to face. The lady is requesting the husband, chant, chant, chant. And the husband is answering, can't. So this is going on. We are requesting everyone, please chant, chant, chant. And they are replying, can't. This is their misfortune. This is their misfortune. So still, it is our duty to make all these misfortunate, unfortunate creatures fortunate. That is our mission. We therefore go in the street and chant. Although they say can't, we go on chanting. That is our business. And somehow or other, we push on some literature in his hand. He is becoming fortunate. He would have squandered his hard-earned money in so many nasty, sinful ways, and if he purchases one book, never mind what is the price, his money is properly utilized. The beginning of Krishna consciousness is there because he is giving some money, hard-earned money, for this Krishna consciousness movement. He is getting some spiritual profit. He is not losing, he is getting some spiritual profit. Therefore, our business is somehow or other bring everyone in this Krishna consciousness movement, he will be profited. So this business is going on not only in the human society. Krishna's plan is so great that Krishna appeared as human being or as Lord Krishna. Not everyone knew that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was dealing just like ordinary human being. Not ordinary. When there was need, he proved himself the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But generally, he was known as ordinary human being. Therefore, Sukadeva Goswami is describing Krishna, in a description, when he was playing with the cowherd's boy, Krishna. So, Sukadeva Goswami is pointing out, who is this cowherd boy? He said, Ithang satang sukhanubhutya. Satang, the impersonalists, they are meditating upon the impersonal Brahma and feeling some transcendental bliss. As Sukadeva Goswami says, the source of that transcendental bliss is here, Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhava. Krishna is the source of everything. Therefore, the transcendental bliss which the impersonalists try to experience by meditating upon impersonal Brahma, Sukadeva Goswami says, Ithang satang brahma sukhanubhutya. Brahma sukh, the transcendental bliss of realization of Brahma. Dasangatanang paradaivatena. Here is the person who is the source of Brahma sukh, and dasangatanang paradaivatena. Dasangatanang means devotees. A devotee is always prepared to render service to the Lord. Dasangatana, Paradaivatana, Supreme Personality of God. Here is the source of Brahma Sukh. Here is the original personality of God. And Maya Siddhanang Naradarakena, and those who are under the spell of illusory energy, for them he is ordinary boy. So he is, according to the conception, Je Jathama Prapadante, if Krishna is taken as ordinary boy, human being, Krishna will deal with him as ordinary human being. If Krishna is accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the devotee will enjoy the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And if the impersonalists are very much fond of Brahma Jyoti, he is the source. Therefore, he is everything. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti, Sabdate. So, with such exalted personality of Godhead, these boys are playing. How they have been so much fortunate to play with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ithang satang brahma sukhanubhutya dasangatanang paradaivatina maya sitanang naradarakena sadhang vijarahu kritapunna punya. These boys, coward boys now, who are playing with Krishna, they are also not ordinary. They have got now the highest perfection, that they have been able to play with the Supreme Personality of God. How they have achieved this position? Krita punya punya, many, many lives, pious activities. Because these boys, for many, many lives, underwent austerities, penances, to achieve the highest perfection of life. Now they have got the opportunity playing with Krishna personally, on equal level. They do not know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is Vrindavan Lila. The cowherd's boy, they simply love Krishna. Their love is unending. Everyone in Vrindavan, they say Jasodama, Nanda Maharaj, they are in paternal affection with Krishna. So, the father and mother love Krishna, the friends love Krishna, the girlfriends, they love Krishna, the trees, love Krishna, the water love Krishna, the flower, the cows, the calves, everyone loves Krishna. That is Vrindavan. So, if we simply learn how to love Krishna, then we can create immediately this world as Vrindavan. Immediately. This is the only central point. How to love Krishna. Prema Pumartha Mahan. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that the dharmartha kama moksha. People are after these four things. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disregarded this. This is not achievement of life. Of course, a human being, human life does not begin unless there is conception of religion, dharma. But at the present moment in the Kali Yuga, dharma is practically nil. So, according to Vedic calculation, the present human civilization, they are not even human beings. Because there is no dharma, there is no religion, no morality, no pious activities, do not care. Everyone can do anything without caring. Formerly there was morality, immorality, irreligious, religious, but with the progress of Kali Yuga, everything is being vanquished. It is stated in the Kali Yuga, about 80% people, they are sinful, all sinful. And we can practically see the sinful list we have given, the four principles: illicit sex life, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling. These are the four pillars of sinful life. Therefore, we request our student, first of all, break these four pillars. So the roof of sinful life will collapse. Then chant Hare Krishna, you remain fixed up in transcendental position. Simple method. Because one cannot realize God if his life is sinful. That is not possible. Therefore Krishna says, Jisam antagatam papam. Antagatam means finished. One who has finished sinful life. Jisam antagatam papam jananam punya karmana. Who can finish sinful life? Who are engaged in pious activities. Because one must have activities, engagement. See, if one is engaged in pious activities, naturally his sinful activities will vanish. One side, voluntarily he should try to break the pillars of sinful life. Another side, he must engage himself in pious life. Simply theoretically one cannot. Because everyone must have some engagement. If he has no pious engagement, then simply theoretically he will not be able. For example, practical, your government is spending millions of dollars for stopping this intoxication. Everyone knows. But the government has failed. How? Simply by law or by lecturing you can make them without LSD or intoxication. That is not possible. You must give them good engagement. Then it will not. And practically you see that our students who come here, we instruct no intoxication, immediately. And the government has failed. This is practical. Parang drishtani vartate. If you don't give somebody good engagement, you cannot stop his bad engagement. That's not possible. Therefore, we are giving two sides. Good engagements, at the same time prohibition. We simply don't say that no illicit sex, no intoxication, no. Simply negative is no meaning. There must be something positive. Because everyone wants engagement. That is because we are living entity. We are not dead stone. The other philosophers, they are trying to become dead stone by meditation. Let me think of void, impersonalism. Artificially, how you can make it void? Your heart, your mind is full of activities. So these are artificial things. This will not help the human society. And the so-called yoga, so-called meditation, they are all rascaldom because there is no engagement. Here there is engagement. Here everyone is engaged to rise early in the morning for offering aratri to the deity. They are preparing nice food, they are decorating, making garland, so many engagements. They are going for Sankirtan party, they are canvassing, for selling books, 24 hours engagement. Therefore they are able to give up this sinful life. Parang drishtani vartate. Just like everything is described in the Bhagavad Gita. There's not a hospital. In a hospital, there are many patients, they are not eating anything on the Ekadashi day. Does it mean that he is observing Ekadashi? I mean, he is simply hankering after, when I shall eat, when I shall eat, when I shall eat. But these students, they voluntarily don't eat anything. We don't say that you don't eat anything, some fruits, some flowers, that's all. So parang drishtani vartate. Just like a child, he has got in his hand something, he is eating, and if you give him better thing, he will throw away the inferior thing and he will take the better thing. Yeah. So here is Krishna consciousness, this better engagement, better life, better philosophy, better consciousness, everything better. Therefore they can give up the sinful activities of life, and that will promote to Krishna consciousness. So these activities are going on not only in the human society, the animal society also. Animal society, aquatic, because everyone is Krishna's part and parcel, sons. So they are rotting in this material world. So Krishna has a plan, a big plan to deliver them. Personally he comes, sometimes he sends his very confidential devotee, sometimes he comes himself, sometimes he leaves instruction like Bhagavad Gita.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. So we take questions and comments from everybody. That was like a 4-minute lecture of Prabhupada. The same verse of today, Canto 1, Chapter 8, Text 30. Like we said before, His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Swami is on his way to Congo, Kinshasa, so he didn't give class today. So Prabhupada, who sent him there, have to speak for him. So we take some comments, take some questions. We ask what you hear from the class to see if we listen to what Papa was saying or not. So, do we start now? Prabhupada made mention about Vivatma, what is called Vivatma. So it's the vital force of the universe. Prabhupada mentioned He gave an illustration about the gigantic universe. Then number 2, he asked a question. One can say, who is the supreme vital force? Then Krishna. George Amega, you say your network was not good before? Just summarize. Krishna is the supreme vital force. How did Kunti address Krishna? Anybody listen to that? You can unmute yourself, please, everybody. Now it's question time. How did Kunti address Krishna? The Prabhupada words. Kunti said, you are within and without. Within and without. Gigantic universe is what? Prabhupada said that the gigantic universe is described as the bones of the Lord, of Krishna, the body bones of Krishna. One who cannot see God, they have been told to do what? Anybody can say, Sadev?
I don't know if I heard exactly what Srila Prabhupada said.
Prabhupada said, those who don't believe in God, they have been told to see God in so many ways. The mountains, the suns, the skies.
Yeah. Okay.
So Prabhupada mentioned the skull. The skull of Krishna is what? The skull of Krishna.
I think I heard him say is the highest planetary system.
Brahmaloka.
The Brahmaloka, yeah.
Then Prabhupada mentioned greatness means what? In relation to Kanaba Muni and mystic yogi powers. So greatness means you can become greater than the greatest or smaller than the smallest. George Amega, are you there? Vivata Muni has a daughter called what? George. Chaitanya Prem, unmute your mic, please. Vivata Muni had a daughter called Devahuti, whose husband is called Kandamba Muni. There's one story Prabhupada gave about women, illustration. He said that women nature and ambition is. Mother Loka, are you there? Unmute your mic. Ujasvi?
It says give them nice clothes, nice food.
Not finished. Ujasvi? Ujasvi Prabhu?
Oh,
Prabhupada said women nature or their ambition is what?
I don't know that part of the lecture.
Okay, Prabhupada said women desire or ambition is good house, good children, good clothes, and good husband.
Wow.
So that's a good one,
That's what I'm.
So we have to see if we are good husbands.
Krishna, you have a lot of echo.
Let me see why.
I think because we all have our mics open.
Yeah, maybe. Let me see. Is it still there?
No.
Okay. So the witches have to see if we are providing good houses, good children, good clothing, and also good husbands. Because Kanabamoni, when he married the daughter of a king, that is what happened. He said the daughter was suffering because of him. So he has to provide facility for her. For those who think that being a devotee means being poor. not having material opulence. You can see it here.
Opulence. You can see
First
it here.
Canto, chapter 8,
First
text
Canto,
30.
chapter 8, text 30.
Proper speaking.
Proper speaking.
So you don't become a
So you don't
husband.
become a husband.
You can provide a good
You can
house,
provide a good house,
or good clothes, or good children, or you're not a good
or you're
husband.
not a good
I'm
husband.
not saying no. I'm only saying
I'm
what
not
I see
saying
in the
no.
book.
I'm only saying what I see in the book.
Unless you Chaitanya Prema has something else.
Unless you Chaitanya Prema has something else
On this. Okay, we continue.
Okay.
Good Gopal.
Good Gopal.
Prabhupada said,
Prabhupada
if you
said,
can keep
if you can
yourself
keep
always
yourself
in company with Krishna, what would
Repeat that question.
if you can keep
if you
yourself
can keep yourself
in the company
in
of
the
Krishna,
company of Krishna,
what will happen?
what will happen?
You develop Krishna consciousness.
That's not the word he used.
The word he
It's
used.
the perfect word he used.
Perfect word he used.
Prabhupada said, all perfection is there. So this allegory Prabhupada give about Nixon. That everybody following Nixon. So who is the supreme Nixon? Anybody know?
Krishna.
Yeah.
Krishna.
Yeah. People laugh. Students in the class, they laugh at that one. Prabhupada was really humorous. Prabhupada said we are.
I like chant, and then can't.
Yeah, we're coming there. Prabhupada said we are requesting everybody to chant Hare Krishna, and they are saying, go on.
Can't.
Can't. Sorry, just said. Say a man and the wife was face to face, and the wife was telling the man, chant. The man say can't. So women are always pushing their husbands. Women like the Vahoti to chant. With husband like we, always saying you cannot. So what's the problem? Prabhupada said, we have a business. What is our business? Anybody know that? We say our business is to bring everybody to this Krishna consciousness movement. Sukadev Goswami is pointing out, who is this cowhead boy? Answer. That the source of all transcendental bliss is here, the original personality of Godhead.
We still have so much echo.
Why am I having echo?
Yeah.
Let me see why I'm having echo. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do you hear me, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Is it echo?
It's better now.
Okay. No more echo. Better.
Yeah.
So Prabhupada said, how did the cowhead boys get the opportunity to play with Krishna? Anybody got that word?
Due to long time pious activities performed.
Yes, it's after many life of austerities and penances. So when we are doing all these things, we think we can attain perfection. To play with Krishna. Here is the difficulty. Many births of austerity. Chaitanya Prem, you are teaching in school now. Are you anything against that? So if we simply love Krishna, what will happen? Prabhupada said. Answer? Gora Gopal, Ujasvi, George Amega, Gaga Prashad, you are there now. Odaloka, Narayane.
I'm here. I'm waiting for you to laugh again, like count.
You can't. Prabhupada said, if we simply love Krishna, that we turn this world into Vrindavan. So we are not loving Krishna, we don't know why the world is like this. What is stated in Kali Yuga? Prabhupada said. Anybody got that? Prabhupada said in Kali Yuga. Prabhupada, you want to say something?
Religious activity becomes religion. Religion becomes
Prabhupada gave some number of percentage of people.
80%. 80% of the people are illegal.
Are sinful. Yes.
Are sinful. Yes. 80%.
Kali Yuga. You see, one cannot realize God if his life is sinful. Prabhupada said one should voluntarily avoid sinful activities, and another side he should do what?
Observe the devotional service.
Engage in pious activity, because if you don't engage them, how can you stop the sinful activity?
Yes.
That's what he said. Prabhupada said in hospital, a sick person is sick, not eating food. Does it mean he's doing what?
Observing a Kadashi.
Take it what? Oh, Prabhupada. So that means
thinking of food.
Yeah, the same. Sometimes we say some people say I'm renounced because they don't have anything to enjoy life. They say they are renounced. Does it mean they are really renounced? It's practical. Prabhupada is bringing up issues. You say we fast because of a Kadashi. Somebody is sick in the hospital, eat Kadashi there. It means he's really fasting. Prabhupada say he's thinking, when shall I have food? So his mind is on the food. In the same way, some people don't have opulence or something, and they say they are renounced.
Kusha, the echo is back.
Let me look at all these things. Why is the echo there? Okay, now I understand why. Sorry. So some people,
Yeah, much better.
when they don't have material opulence, or they don't have children, they say they are renounced. How renounced are they? From this verse of Prabhupada. With the example of a sick person. So can you hear me?
Yeah, I mean the echo comes and goes.
Echo is always there. Don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
No, it's not. We are not observing the echo here.
Maybe somebody is using. Somebody has a mic near his phone or cell phone that is giving me back my echo. I think it's okay. Hello?
Do you still observe the echo?
For me, it's okay.
It's better now.
Yeah, because maybe somebody sign in two handies and put one by the side. It's okay. So the issue is this analogy of a sick person on a Kadashi day is very good. We should think on that and see how it affects each and every one of us. Who is speaking? Who is that? So any other observation in the class of today by Prabhupada? Floor is open, please. Narayane, you have been here from the beginning. What do you observe?
Well, I have a question about piety. Like when Srila Prabhupada says these devotees playing with Krishna are able to have this opportunity because of birth after birth pious activities. So what is pious activities? In ISKCON, what do we consider to be pious activities?
You say in ISKCON, what is pious activity, you say?
Yeah.
Normally, pious activity is the 9 process of devotional service. You may understand that. Nothing else is considered pious activity because Prabhupada mentioned in the class that when you stop people from sinful activity, you have to engage them. And they mentioned doing galan, waking early in the morning, doing nagarati, food distribution, food for life, arena. These are what Prabhupada considered as pious activity from his lecture. Is that okay?
So, like maybe feeding the hungry and clothing the naked. Are they pious activities?
Feeding the hungry. But that one is material pious activity, I think. It's not pure devotional service.
Yes, but yeah. Well, according to what Prabhupada in this lecture said, Krishna Prabhupada has already answered it. Prabhupada said in the commentary, Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, text 1, that material compassion, lamentation, and tears are a sign of ignorance of the real self. Real compassion is compassion for the soul. So, carrying out the 9 processes of bhakti, as stated by Srila Prabhupada, that is the real pious activity. Simply giving food, which is not prashadam, or simply giving clothing that is material, it's you get some punya, maybe, but they will not ultimately not take you to your destination. That's my understanding.
Well, I think that's what Srila Prabhupada said. But we as practitioners, I'm having echo.
Yes, Prabhupada, I think this echo is from you. You have two handsets or somebody by your side who's signing.
I'm checking to see.
Yeah.
Hi. I still have the echo. I don't know what it is.
It's okay, just go.
Well, I was reading something on what Srila Prabhupada considers to be pious activity. And he categorizes pious activities under the 3 modes of nature. Modes of ignorance, passion, and good. So, building schools, digging wells, feeding the poor, clothing the naked. They're all good, but they are not in the mode of good. And to me, that makes it a bit difficult for us as devotees to help the general populace see us as quote unquote religious people helping the society. Because like we were saying the other time in the class, for most people when we say praying to God means you're asking God to help you whichever way. Maybe spiritual, it may be material. But mostly you're asking Krishna to help your material need. But we are encouraged to ask Krishna for spiritual not material need. Which is the highest, but not all of us are there yet. So if we say that to newcomers, then it's very difficult to attract people. So my belief is based on time, place, circumstance. Devotees should be very crafty or smart enough how to present the fact without changing it.
Yeah, it's a gradual elevation. It's a gradual thing. You start at your
Sorry,
level,
Prabhu, can you sign out and send back in? Let's see.
All right, I'll do that.
Thank you. Yes, even Vira Maharaj is complaining there's echo at the background. Yeah. It's true. Is he still there? Yeah. I think so. So
So, bro, the echo is coming from you also. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I still see the echo here. I'm not sharing anything on the screen. Where is the echo? Let me try to play something and see if the echo will come.
It's gone, please. Hare Krishna. It's no
George
more
Omega,
coming.
you see you, right?
No, please. The echo is no more coming from you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Because it was coming from your
It's
end.
okay now.
Now that you touch something, the echo is disappearing. What were you
Is
playing
that so?
before?
No,
Where
I
were
don't
you?
have anything. I don't have anything here. Because there's light over here. I don't have anything here playing.
So who is the daughter of Vishwatama? Vishwatamuni. Daughter is called what? George.
Actually, I've not joined early because of the network problem, so I didn't hear much today. That's why.
From where you joined, what did you
quiet.
hear? Where you joined, what did you hear?
That with 80% of the people in Hare Krishna.
Are you part of the 80%? Or
Yeah,
20%?
of course, yes.
Of course.
I'm part of the 80%, please. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Yes, man. Today
So,
I didn't hear much. That's why I'm only listening. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
do you want to hear much again? See, this
time
is
will not permit us, so I'm
today class is the same verse Srila Maharaj was supposed to preach, to speak on. See it here on the screen, which Prabhupada speak on.
Love of the vital energy. Tiryak,
And the year.
animal. Nri, human being. Rishishu, in the sages.
So it's same verse of
Yes,
today.
please. Okay. So later I will read.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Goranga. So any other question? 1 hour.
But Hare Krishna, I have something that is bothering me. A friend of me asked me this question, and I've not been able to give him a tangible question. It's not related directly to today's class, but if devotees can help me on that subject matter. That is, if you can permit me to chip in.
Ask the question. Chaitanya Prem is here.
Okay, I would like to know, is women talking of their breasts, is it part of their nakedness? That's what the person asked me. Because we are discussing this issue of when our women, they put on sari, they leave their stomach open like that. And they were asking me that on that state of religion too. They leave their chest open like that. So I wanted to know, is women breasts also part of their nakedness? That's what I wanted to know from the Vedic point of view. Hare Krishna. So that I'll be able to give him a very tangible answer.
Chaitanya Prem will answer that question. and Ganga Prasad. Chaitanya Prem, please unmute yourself. Chaitanya Prem, we're waiting for you. Prabhu Ganga, smash the guy. But what I would say, George Jajamega, you should focus and tell the person to talk about Krishna consciousness and not women, how they dress or how they don't dress. In the Western world, women also dress half naked, they wear only pants and walk on the streets. Nobody harass them. The Muslims cover themselves and their hair and their face. Nobody harass them. So the way devotees dress is not part of attaining perfection. Understand? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So the way devotees dress is not part of attaining perfection. It shouldn't be what the person is looking at. As if he's looking at Maya or whatever. So Ganga Prasad have answer for you.
Okay,
Ganga,
I understand. But bring in this thing because he has been following us. So he asked me that kind of question. So as you said, I hear you. Hare Krishna.
Kusadas Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Kusa.
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna, we are hearing you.
I only have a question, not comment.
Okay.
And my question is, I wanted to understand what your understanding is that generated that level of laughter when Prabhupada said the wife told the husband, chant, chant, chant. And the husband said, can't. I want to know what is your own understanding?
My understanding is that it's something that Prabhupada said already that 80% of people are sinful. Nobody wants to chant, do any religious activity. Even to pray, people don't have interest to pray. So the man is thinking about how to acquire material opulence and you are telling him to chant. That will solve his problem? That's why I was laughing. Understand? That was my laughter, you know. A wife is telling him to chant, he doesn't want to chant. So he's thinking, the man has material problems. That's how I see it, why I was laughing.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maharaj. So Chaitanya